how to make two different colors macarons from the same batch. Hello friends, my name is Marina, and in this video I'm going to show you how I make two different colors macaron shells from one batch. And if you watch my previous videos, you already know how I separate macaronage and I color to make macaron shells, but I decided to make separate video with more details that you can watch and you can learn how to make these two colors. It's very convenient and works with just one batch, or if you're doubling or tripling batch with my recipe. So if you're ready, let's get started and learn. Let's just go over ingredients. We need almond flour, white granulated sugar, powdered sugar, egg whites, they are at room temperature. I do not age egg whites, and two different food coloring, and I have to specify it should be gel food coloring. This is my trick, use gel food coloring. The first step we're sifting almond flour and powdered sugar. I'm usually doing this before I'm starting French meringue, or you can do this while you're making this French meringue. I'm using Blue Diamond almond flour in this video, and if you're using different flour, maybe 2 or even 3 times you need to sift. I'm starting with a whisk and then I'm using my hands. So it all depends on the brand of the flour and powdered sugar you're using. I like this Blue Diamond flour because there is nothing left almost after sifting. This is what I have. And now let's make meringue. Mixing bowl, whisk attachment. And I'm gonna be doing video very slowly here. I'm adding egg whites. I'm repeating they are at room temperature and I do not age egg whites. And I'm starting slowly with the low speed. This is the real speed. I'm not speeding up or anything. And then when you reach this foam consistency of the egg whites, you start adding white granulated sugar. And please pay attention how I'm adding. I'm adding just a few tablespoons at the time. This is real speed and real time. Yes, it takes time, but this is your foundation for macaron shells, and the French meringue needs to be done properly if you want full shells macarons. That's the only thing I like to do this. I'm making full shells macarons. This is how I make meringue. The total time for my meringue, 20 minutes. About 5 minutes to add white granulated sugar, and then the rest to whip meringue. Trust me, it doesn't take too long. Use spoon if you like, or just bowl or cup. Then I'm setting up timer for 15 minutes and I'm walking away. At that time I'm usually preparing my tools, my baking tray, baking sheet, drinking coffee or listening some music. When time is up, 15 minutes, turn off the mixer and remove the whisk with the mixing bowl. This is what I have. I want to show you the meringue that I made, 15 minutes of whipping. It's very glossy, it's stiff. That's what we're looking. And if you turn a mixing bowl upside down, the meringue will stay. The next step we're adding dry ingredients into meringue. And that mixing bowl we're going to be using. We need 2 different spatulas. The next step, I'm mixing this all ingredients, French meringue with dry ingredients, kind of combining it all together, not fully folding the batter to that flowing consistency. As soon as I combine all that, I'm using another mixing bowl and I'm transferring half of the batter into that mixing bowl. This is my tip, and that really works great. That's why you need 2 different spatulas, and you can separate into 3 or 4 different mixing bowls. And in one mixing bowl with a spatula, you add gel food coloring. I'm using odd gel food coloring. It's from Natural Collection, but you can use any food coloring you like, but they have to be gel because it dissolves better and coloring faster, and with the dry ingredients you will not get fully color. It will not dissolve and you will have just not pretty color at all. And you continue mixing until this consistency that we always looking, lava consistency, when it flows really fast from the spatula. I'm speeding up here video. And when you got that flowing consistency of the batter, you transfer into prepared pastry bag with a round piping tip. This way you will need to prepare 2 different bags with the round tips. I'm usually preparing all my tools while I'm making French meringue. This is what you have. One is done. Now let's work on another color. And I'm using green right here, and you can add just 1 drop of the food coloring and see if you like it, then you can add more, but we're doing this in a separate bowl with a different spatula. This way you don't have to clean spatula, and just really you need to work fast here because the batter is also drying and we want meringue perfect, and we want perfect macaron shells. And like I said, if you don't like the color, you can add more drops. You can see the consistency of the macaronage. As soon as you're done with the folding, transfer into pastry bag. This is my way to separating butter, coloring, and really doesn't take too long. But I'm making just 1 meringue and then I'm separating into different colors. And you can make 2, 3, or 4 colors if you like. From my recipe, I've done 4 different colors. But in this video, I'm just making 2 different colors. Now you have to prepare a baking sheet and baking mat and pipe. And I like to pipe 2 different colors on one baking mat. This way I have the same feet for both colors. But you can pipe, you can bake just 1 color and then on a different baking mat another one. It's all up to you. And right here, of course, I'm speeding up my video because when I'm piping, I'm also taking my time. And there is no rush really. You want macarons the same size. This way there is no rush really. Just take it slowly. Just make sure you're holding this piping bag 90-degree angle. Don't forget to top the tray, and if you have any air bubbles, use toothpick to remove those bubbles. This is what I have. Now we need to pipe second baking tray. and I'm piping the same, two different colors. I kind of like this way. And as you see, I'm using natural food coloring. This way macaron shells are not really bright, and plus it's in a video, it looks a little bit different. But the natural food coloring, I really love this one because the color stays the same inside and outside. And after piping, tap baking tray a few times and let macaron shells dry on a countertop. I'm gonna show you the food coloring I used. Macaron shells need to dry, and when you touch with your finger, your finger is dry. Then it's ready for baking. Look at the colors. And let's bake. These are macaron shells, two different colors from one batch, and natural gel food coloring. I think it's beautiful. This is what I have after baking. I'm gonna show you how it looks inside. Let's just break one macaron shell. Full, and the color is the same like outside the macaron shell. And let's check another one, different color. It's also full and beautiful inside. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit like, and follow me for more recipes.